Pat McAfee being the one in Randy Orton's ear this entire time, yeah, we got to talk about that. Because I think WWE just fucked up big time. Okay, first of all, let me get this out the way. Love Pat McAfee. Love everything he does with the NFL. Love him on commentary. Usually, when he shows up, it's a good thing. But this was a bad call. Now, I've said this on several occasions before. WWE and fans and expectations, they don't mix. People were just grilling me, what, a month or so ago when I said Logan Paul was the masked man or when I said Chris Jericho was in the box. So I'm not going to talk down to anybody. I'm also susceptible to having unmanaged expectations. But did any of us actually fucking think that Pat McAfee, of all people, would be the one in Randy Orton's ear this entire time? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. And so that's why I think there's a lot of layers to peel back with this. Okay, first and foremost, Pat McAfee cut an excellent promo. So it's not that Pat McAfee came in and did a bad job. It's just that it doesn't make fucking sense. It doesn't make sense. Like, so you mean to tell me this whole time that the person convincing Randy to do all these bad things was Pat fucking McAfee? Why will Randy Orton, of all people, multi-time champion, Viper, legend killer, Hall of Famer, why the fuck would he be listening to Pat McAfee? Yeah, honestly, this is horrible because I was even thinking, man, this Ted DiBiase, that's going to be a fucking disappointment. But leave it to WWE to take disappointment to a whole nother fucking level. Leave it to WWE. Leave it to WWE, man. And when you start getting into the whole reports of all this shit that this is a TKO thing, I'm going to get to that in a second. Right now, I'm focusing specifically on the Randy Orton, Pat McAfee, Cody Rhodes dynamic. They took a match that didn't need any extra ingredients and added fucking salt to it. Added salt to it, now it tastes like shit. That's what they did. And again, it kills me to have to say this because I love Pat McAfee. I think Pat McAfee is great for WWE, but not right here, man. Not right here. It just doesn't make fucking sense. So, you know what? With that said, let me get my belt. Two BTAs. Two. Why? You only getting two BTAs because Pat McAfee is great and he cut a great fucking promo. Because if I could give it zero BTAs when the minimum is one, I would. I fucking would. This just reeks of desperation by WWE and TKO trying to get the last bit of squeeze and juice from the orange to get some asses in the seats at Allegiant Stadium. That's exactly what this feels like. And you can't fucking hide it because once again, they did this with what 2.5 weeks out from WrestleMania, and it doesn't make fucking sense that your big reveal is Pat McAfee after he just publicly said that he doesn't know when he's coming back to WWE. And I highly doubt that he was working everybody when he said that. This seems like some last minute bullshit, and hopefully it didn't ruin one of the main events of WrestleMania 42. Man, it's time to fuck up TKO now. Now it's time to fuck up TKO. Because in addition to Pat McAfee, because he's just the latest, What the fuck is TKO? Please sell the company. Please sell the fucking company. You just bought it, sell it. Sell it. I don't care who you sell it to. Sell it to Tony Khan, Jeff Bezos, I don't give a shit. Sell it to somebody because now I understand since the dawn of WrestleMania, celebrities have been a big deal at WrestleMania. But this is just overkill. And not only is it overkill, we're not talking about A-listers here outside of Jelly Roll. We're not talking about A-listers here when it comes to celebrities. We're talking about, with all due respect, a sports commentator and former punter, the biggest one in the fucking world, by the way. So take nothing away from Pat McAfee because he's as close to a non-movie music celebrity you can get. But we got I Show Speed, a social media star, very credible in his space. And I, honest to God, fucking truth, do not know who the fuck Tony Hinchcliffe, whatever the fuck his name is. I don't know who the fuck he is. Kill Tony, kill his spot at WrestleMania. I don't want to see it. I don't know what it is. I'm not interested at all. And I fucking live in Las Vegas. I don't want to see the shit. I wouldn't go see the shit if it was fucking free. Because I don't know who the fucking guy is. I don't know who he is. WWE and this celebrity bullshit. This is the reason why you got AEW fans getting louder and louder and louder and fucking louder because WWE is calling any D-list celebrity they can fucking find to help them promote WrestleMania. And not only are they getting them to help promote it, they're getting them to fucking participate in the storylines. It's stupid. There, I said it, and I don't give a shit if you're the biggest Pat McAfee fan. I don't give a shit if you're the biggest Jelly Roll fan. I don't give a shit if you're the biggest I Show Speed fan. I don't give a shit if you're the biggest Tony Hinchcliffe, whatever his name is, fan. Don't care. Don't fucking care. Because the storyline should be about the fucking wrestlers and the titles going into WrestleMania. WWE, man. No, I'm gonna take it high. TKO, they're fucking everything up. On a regular day, a fan could tune into WWE and have some shit to complain about. I know wrestling fans are some of the biggest fucking complainers in the world. I'm complaining right now. But TKO, since WrestleMania 41, TKO has done nothing but fuck up. They fucked up the John Cena fucking retirement tour. They fucked up the fucking, and again, Danhausen turned out to be a great fucking addition to WWE. Before we even go there, still with everybody in comments on different social media platforms telling me I'm wrong, still think that they debuted him in the wrong spot. I still fucking think that. The fucking Masked Man storyline, I understand that it was fucked up by injuries, but still could have did something better than having it be fucking Seth Rollins. And I get it. Mo, maybe MFG, maybe he's complaining because the things he predicted is wrong. No, it's not about that. Because I see myself as one of the many voices in the chorus of boos about what WWE has been doing. And it's getting worse and worse and motherfucking worse with the addition of these celebrities. And then it pisses you off even more when you realize that, and correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, Pat McAfee is managed by Ari Emanuel, if I'm saying his name right. And I think so is like a lot of these people, a lot of these celebrities they're bringing in are fucking managed by the guy who owns TKO. It's fucking horrible. It's horrible. And I'm going to still watch the bullshit because I love wrestling. I'm still going to go to WrestleMania. But I'm still gonna talk my shit. I'm still gonna talk my shit. There's still shit I want to see at WrestleMania, but what I don't want to fucking see is these celebrities. At WWE, if you gotta do it just to sell the tickets, do it. But the night after WrestleMania, all of them need to be fucking gone. All of them. There's no reason for any of these guys to stick around. Pat McAfee, if you want to be a commentator, go ahead. You're great at it. Jelly Roll, if you want to have a match here and there, cool. Not at WrestleMania. Otherwise, Your ass need to be in the crowd just like the rest of us. Tony Hinchcliffe, I don't even know if the motherfucker's a real wrestling fan, to be perfectly fucking honest. I Show Speed, I don't care if I Show Speed have a match here and there. Shit, I Show Speed, I'd rather he be there than a lot of other guys, because at least then I got a reference like Logan Paul. And don't give me the Logan Paul. Yeah, Logan Paul too. No, no. At this point, I don't want to hear shit about Logan Paul being a social media guy. And Logan Paul's a fucking wrestler. He's proven it in the ring. He's proven it on the mic. I don't want to hear shit negative about Logan Paul. He actually deserves to be a WrestleMania. So that's all I got to say about that shit. Oh yeah, BTAs. One. And like I said, I want to give it 0, but you get 1 because that's the absolute dog shit worst I could give it. Now for something positive. Thank God. Stand to Deliver 2026. I would go as far as to say, because I know a lot of fans think AEW Dynasty was the best wrestling show of the year so far, and it probably is. It probably is. But in my opinion, Stand and Deliver is close, but Dynasty and Stand and Deliver 2026 is far and away the best shows as far as like the next closest show, whatever the third show is far and fucking away. Stand and Deliver was a complete fucking show. It was a complete show. Unexpected championship victories like Lola Vice. Well-deserved championship victories, Tony D'Angelo. And a women's match, I would dare say one of the best women's matches I've seen so far this year, Mariah May, aka Blake Monroe versus Tatum Paxley. Stand and Deliver did exactly that. They stood up and they fucking delivered. They fucking delivered. And honestly, the wrestlers on Stand and Deliver, and this is where I'm going to piss people off. Right now, currently, it's either equal to AEW, but far more than TNA as far as like these wrestlers on this show, I care and am more invested in what they're doing on a week-to-week basis. It's just the truth. I can't, in good conscience, say that they're above AEW in that aspect, but I could definitely say TNA because TNA, in my opinion, they aren't featuring the guys that I think they should be featuring right now, except like 1 or 2 of them, 3 of them. More on that later. But yeah, man, Stand and Deliver. All I got to do at this point, I got to hand out some BTAs. 6 BTAs, 6 BTAs. That's belt to asses if you forgot. Because this was a kick-ass show. I liked it from start to finish. Got interrupted a little bit there in the main event, but it couldn't be helped. But yes, Stand and Deliver did just that. They fucking delivered. You know what? Let me tell you something. Because it pains me for all the shit I'm about to say. For all the shit I'm about to say, this shit pains me. Because Chris Jericho was probably my 3rd favorite wrestler during the Attitude Era. I shit you not. I'm talking about Stone Cold, The Undertaker, Chris Jericho, then The Rock. That's controversial, right? You would think it would be Rock, Stone Cold. No. Chris Jericho, because Chris Jericho, to me, represented the young guy showing up and interrupting the system. He was a disruptor. That's why I like Chris Jericho when he first got to WWE. But I got to be honest. I got to call bullshit first. Bullshit on all the AEW fans pounding their chests, acting like this was just an outcome that they couldn't fucking wait for. Chris Jericho's return. Because you're liars and you're doing the cult thing again. The cult thing that I hate, where whatever AEW is doing is good and they can't do anything wrong. Like, let's be honest. I remember what you guys were saying. I heard you. I seen you. Oh, he's old. He's taking TV time. Just go away, Jericho. Retire. We're tired of looking at you. Then he left TV. And then the rumors started coming. Oh, it's Chris Jericho's Royal Rumble. It's Chris Jericho going to WrestleMania. Chris Jericho going to WWE. And you guys were like, fuck Chris Jericho. Fuck him. We don't need him. He's old. He's washed. That's what you were saying. Then this past week happens. This past week happens, and you guys are singing Judas when he's coming to the ring. And then you're online. Clickety click, click, clickety click, click, click. Yeah, Jericho's back. Ha ha ha. WWE fans, you think that you thought he was coming back to your company. Nobody wants to come back to that trash. Well, guess what? You didn't even want him to fucking come back to your company, and you didn't want him in your company before he left. And give it a week, give it a month, you guys are gonna be wanting the guy to fucking leave again, especially if he's on prominent TV time. I'm gonna be fucking honest, man. I'm gonna be honest. There is not. Look, you could respect something that somebody has done for a company and still admit that it's time to fucking move on. It was time for Chris Jericho to move on from AEW. He has done everything he could possibly fucking do in AEW. He's done everything. And the reality is, whether you like it or not, Chris Jericho should have took his ass to WWE. He should have did a retirement tour. He should have got retired by Gunther. Because it's time. He's done everything. He's reinvented his character time and time and time and time again. And trust me, this comes from the heart because he's one of my favorites of all time. It's time. There's nothing for him to do in AEW. There's enough veterans in AEW that the young guys need to be the ones getting the spotlight. The guys in their prime need to be the ones getting the spotlight. Even some of the guys that are like maybe like a foot past their prime. You know, you could get the Will Ospreays, the Kenny Omegas. MJF is in his prime. There's so much talent in AEW. They don't need Chris Jericho. I love Chris Jericho, but AEW right now is not the place for him. The place for him was WWE and his retirement tour. And if he wanted to, after his retirement tour, hell, go back to AEW, work backstage, be a part of the actual company as a non-wrestler. But I really can't see what Chris Jericho could do in AEW right now as a wrestler. I honestly can't see it. Like, there's no feud that I want to see him in. There's not another stable I want him to start. There's nothing I want from Chris Jericho in AEW. All I wanted from Chris Jericho at this point was a retirement tour and an induction into the WWE Hall of Fame. Then he could go right back to AEW and work next to Tony Khan. That's what should have happened. So for this, let me hand out some BTAs. 3 BTAs. Uno, dos, tres. Just 3. Because I love Chris Jericho, man. It pains me, but he shouldn't fucking be there. This wasn't the right move for him. You know, I understand. I get the financial aspect of it. If they're throwing you a bag, you got to do what you got to do. But as far as like an entertainment standpoint for fans, should have went to WWE. If I hear one more person who's feuding with MJF sit up there and try to fix their mouth to say that MJF is a coward and is not capable of winning matches without cheating, winning matches on his own, I'm going to lose my fucking shit. Because I sat up there and I listened to the GOAT, Kenny Omega, sit up there and talk about the usual shit people say to MJF. Oh, you're scared. Oh, you're scared. You can't win a match on your own. Oh, you're a cheater. I've seen MJF win matches on his own recently. And if he cheats a little bit here or there, fine. He's a heel. He's a heel. What do you want him to do? So yeah, man. And I feel like, and then Speedball fucking gets in there. He starts yapping and glazing Kenny. And I'm just like, dude, would you shut the fuck up? Like, will you shut the fuck up? Like, all these other fans could be checking for speed, but I ain't checking for no damn speedball, bro. Yeah, he could wrestle, but I don't like the whole like it's a little too ricochet for me. His mic skills, face ricochet. Like I don't like the whole goody two shoes bullshit. Like he came there just to fucking glaze Kenny and basically told MJF he need to get on his knees and pray to the altar of Kenny Omega, who is the GOAT. But again, nah, man, MJF don't need to do that. MJF arguably is the most important wrestler in AEW. So and he's the champion. But yeah, man, enough with the bullshit. Enough with the oh, he can't win on his own shit. MJF been winning on his own for like the past 2 fucking years. Yeah, he cheats here and there. So fucking what? So fucking what? Like, all I'm saying is that they need to start coming up with more creative things to say when you're feuding with MJF, besides shit that's kind of outdated and fictitious. Because not only has he been winning on his own, he's been putting on good fucking wrestling matches. Stop acting like MJF can't fucking wrestle. It's 2026. He's already proven he can wrestle. So let's do away with that shit. With all that being said, the segment itself was fine. Do not like the disrespect to MJF. So this is going to get 5 BTAs. 5. 5, goddammit. Let me be real for a second. Right now, there's not really anything happening in TNA that gets me super excited. So what I'm going to do in weeks like this, I'm going to talk about TNA the company, TNA the roster. So let's get that straight. So I want to talk about the 4 pillars of TNA from my perspective. Pillar number 1, Leon Slater, X Division champion. Ricky Sosa, one of the hottest signings and more important signings for TNA. Trey Miguel, the outcast of AEW, the international champion, and Mike Santana, the TNA champion. Why did I pick these guys? Obviously, I picked 2 of them because of their age and their potential. The third one, I think he's a diamond in the rough, Trey Miguel. And honestly, I never paid attention to Trey Miguel when he was a part of the Rascals. But now that he's by himself, I'm actually starting to see the guy can talk, the guy can wrestle, the guy has the look, and he's young enough. He's not as young as Leon Slater and Ricky Sosa, but he's young enough in wrestling years, like 31 years old, where he can be a pillar that TNA could build around. Another guy like that is Mike Santana. I thought Mike Santana, he's been around so long, I dead ass thought Mike Santana was in his 40s. Mike Santana's like 35, which is still young in wrestling years, and he's the current champion. My issue with Mike Santana, though, because I know if you've watched the show, if you're a regular viewer, you've heard me say that like Mike Santana, he's missing the it factor, but it's not really that. What it is that Mike Santana needs to be a heel. He can go back to being a face. He needs to be a heel. He needs to be a new age Bully Ray. He's rough around the edges. He's tough, but like they need to lean into that more. He needs to be a fucking savage. Right now, he seems like he's more like a character where it's like a redemption arc. But we don't need to see the redemption arc no more. Now we just need to see the fucking New York Savage. We need this guy fucking trying to hurt people, hitting people with chains, all kinds of shit. That's what we need to see. The other guys speak for themselves. Leon Slater, I'm sure WWE is trying to poach him. Ricky Sosa, he just got there, one of the hottest free agents. Trey Miguel, a lot better than I thought. A lot better than I thought. And then Mike Santana. So I think you could build the company around those guys. And what they need to do, every storyline needs to involve one of these guys in some way, shape, or form. Some way, shape, or form. TNA's knockout division is fine. The knockout division is fine. You could almost say that if I wanted to make a fifth pillar, the fifth pillar would be the entire knockouts division. And they've suffered some loss. They've lost some talent to AEW. They've lost some talent to WWE. But I still think that the Knockouts division is good. But build around these guys. Keep signing guys that could build the company as a whole. Because I honestly don't even think there's a great deal of supporting cast in TNA. When WWE do their cuts and their releases, TNA need to be right at the front line with a contract ready to sign some of these guys and women who didn't get their chance and opportunity in WWE. So when it comes to the pillars, how many BTAs can I get at? Because this wasn't actually based on anything that happened, but an opinion. So I'm going to give this nucleus 5 BTAs. 5 BTAs for the 5 potential pillars that TNA has. They need to keep building around these guys. They need to build all the storylines around these guys. This week wasn't about moments, it was about direction. WWE making either bold or bad moves, pick your poison. AEW still working on things, but moving in the right direction overall. TNA has a blueprint right in front of them. If y'all disagree with the BTAs or disagree with me, just let me know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe. You know the name, MFGDs. You know the game, The Crimson Mask Show. See you guys next time.